Hello, I'm Laura. I'm the CEO of VMV Hypoallergenics. We're here to save the world's skin with the safest, most proven effective care on the planet. And how we do that is first by allergen emission. We take published studies that are independent of thousands and thousands and thousands of patch tests done around the world. And we identify the top contact allergens as listed by these published studies, and we basically omit them. We do not include them in our formulations. All of our products have what we call the VH rating system, which is right here. And it shows, for example, in this case, VH minus 109 over 109. So that means validated hypoallergenic minus 109 top contact allergens out of 109. If there happens to be an allergen in it, because it's unlikely you'll be allergic to all 109, then let's say it says, instead of VH 109, it says VH 106 or 107, it would have an asterisk. And then if you went to the ingredients list over here, the allergen that's included would have an asterisk and would be underlined. So you can really see if it's an allergen that you patch tested positive for. If not, you should be able to still use the product. The VH rating system has been published in a leading contact dermatitis journal, showing less than 0.1% reported reactions in over 30 years. In addition, we patch test not just our final products, but also each ingredient that goes into the product applicators, and we also do an allergen screening for packaging to make sure no allergens leach into the formulation. And then we cover efficacy by publishing our clinical studies, basically. My mother, who's our founding dermatopathologist, has herself hundreds of studies published. A lot of them actually was work that actually has gone into VMV products. Some of them were on VMV products, and our published clinical studies number 75 plus 80 or so. So we take efficacy pretty seriously. Before getting started, please remember to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss out on our content. Also, definitely comment, share, ask us questions, because we're all about answering your questions. Very happy to do so. It's kind of why we're here. A quick note about the importance of prevention. The way I try to liken it is sort of, you brush your teeth every single day, not because you have a problem necessarily with your teeth, but precisely to prevent problems with your teeth. So we practice proper hygiene, dental hygiene, which prevents cavities. It's far better than not brushing your teeth at all ever and just seeing a dentist whenever you need a cavity filled or a tooth extracted. Or it would be like eating junk food, being really unhealthy, never working out, and then just trusting, a cardiologist or an oncologist to take care of you later should something more serious arise. It's not a guarantee to prevent more serious problems, but proper, daily, diligent, mindful, careful prevention can definitely prevent a lot of skin problems and certainly can help your active treatment work better. No matter how wonderful your active treatment is, no matter how great your dermatologist and your dermatological procedure, there's a very high chance of whatever problem you're dealing with, from dark spots to acne to flare-ups, there's a pretty big chance of those things recurring if you keep using things that cause the problem. So we like to start from the most basic care when we talk about prevention, and that's your daily hygiene, your daily cleaning, right? Today, I'll be giving you the skinny on our Essence Hair, Body, and Bath line, which is so important because prevention is really powerful, especially for skin conditions. Everything from psoriasis and rosacea, atopic dermatitis, certainly contact dermatitis, but also acne and dark spots. And this line covers some of the most basic stuff that a lot of people don't associate with skincare. So Essence was really designed to help people practice proper prevention from the most basic daily things that we do. The line has Essence Super Wash, Hair and Body Wash, Also, an even gentler option in Essence Clark Wash. You know, we like to say if that's a superwash, this is the Clark Kent to superwash. Get it? And they both come in full sizes and in travel sizes. And then the Essence Skin Saving Milk Conditioner. So you've got your hair and body cleansing and your conditioning covered. There's also the Essence Clear and Clean Body Soap. And then we have one of my favorite products personally. I use it myself because I get seborrheic dermatitis and acne around the mouth. Essence, the Skin Saving Toothpaste, which is fluoride free. I'll get into all these products individually in just a bit. And then Essence Skin Saving Antiperspirant, also one of my personal favorites, which I use not just actually on my underarms, but even on my back and my chest because I have Malassezia folliculitis, otherwise known as sweat acne, but it's a folliculitis, not an acne. And a wonderful all-over cream in Essence Hand and Body Smoother. Dermatologists we work with tend to look at, especially those who specialize in contact dermatitis, where problems are occurring. So if you tend to see a lot of acne, dark spots, flaking problems around the forehead, the cheeks, the back of the neck, hair care might play a part. And this applies to acne or dark spots or flare-ups. Certainly if you have a flaky scalp, there might be an issue there as well. So we would recommend the Essence Skin Saving Superwash to be used daily as your hair and body wash. So that would be a shampoo and also for cleansing your body. If you have very, very sensitive skin or highly reactive skin condition, Clark Wash might be a better option, which is even gentler, again for hair and body cleansing. These two products are fairly unique in that it's relatively hard to find shampoo that is really fragrance-free, no masking fragrances, no irritating or allergenic surfactants. Some shampoos and soaps will say that they are safer because they are sulfate-free. This is a whole other discussion on its own, but SLS and SLES in particular are coconut-derived and are actually really quite great because there are wonderful studies on them as antimicrobials. And they can be irritating, and like most irritants, the risk of an irritation increases the higher the concentration. These have rather low concentrations. The higher the level of concentration, the higher the risk of an irritation, but they're not allergens. Whereas a lot of the products that say they are sulfate-free, for example, use cocamidea or cocamidopropyl betaine, which are both top contact allergens. So you're actually better off using something with SLS or SLES. Between the two, SLS and SLES, the SLES is gentler. Superwash uses SLES, which is less irritating, and it's really one of our best sellers for I don't know how long. It's a great clean. I use that. If you're really looking for something that's SLS and SLES free, that would be Clark Wash. And neither contains amidoamine surfactants. Here's the other thing to know about SLS, SLES, and amidoamine. SLS and SLES are not allergens. They're potential irritants depending on the concentration. We use very low concentrations, and Clark Wash doesn't have anything. Cocamidopropyl betaine and cocamidea, these things are allergens not because of the coca part, the amidoamines that are the top allergens. So again, if you're choosing less allergenic, less reactive shampoo or cleanser, SLS, SLES, definitely safer than the amidoamines. You would follow either the Essence Superwash or Essence Clark Wash with Essence Skin Saving Conditioner. It's not an intense conditioner, and it's nice because it doesn't leave a lot of residue, because again, we're trying to make sure it rinses clean and doesn't have the risk of causing any kind of skin problem from acne, etc., etc., etc. So it's a great option. It doesn't have acrylates. It doesn't have heavy things to weigh the hair down or to leave residue. And again, it helps with sort of preventing skin problems that can happen because of your hair care. The Essence soap can be used on the body. We find a lot of people tend to prefer the body washes for the body, but some people do like using this for the body, and I actually like having this around the house in the soap dishes for hand washing because, again, fragrance-free, masking fragrance-free, irritating surfactant-free, it's free of SLS and SLES. This is a wonderful soap to have around the house. We never recommend bar soaps, even this, for facial cleansing, because of the way they're made. Bar soaps inherently have a pH that is too high for skin. It can become denaturing, less so for something like this, which is a very soft bar soap. Cream cleansers, like any of our cream cleansers, would be closer to the lower pH of the skin, which is slightly acidic naturally because of the skin's acid mantle. We then follow with the Essence Skin Saving Toothpaste. This is really interesting because it's such a simple product and the effect is really rather dramatic. If you have acne or rashes or pigmentation around the mouth and chin, even in the jawline, that's stubborn, or if you have lips that are really flaking all the time, a lot of problems there. One common culprit is contact dermatitis. You could be sensitive to fragrance, flavor. Flavors are really related to fragrance. Mint is a top contact allergen. So this is completely flavor-free. So it's a great option for that. And again, the effect can be quite dramatic. There's another condition called perioral dermatitis, and then halogen acne, which means an acne due to exposure or sensitivity to halogens. It's a kind of chemical that exists naturally all around us, one of which is fluoride. And this is a fluoride-free toothpaste. So it's wonderful at helping to clear up halogen sensitive skin conditions, but certainly check with your dentist because you might have a condition that requires extra fluoride, in which case talk to them and say, look, I have a halogen sensitivity. What do you think I can use to help clear that up? But it's really rather amazing because without even spending so much on all this other stuff, this plus maybe Boo Boo Balm to provide, some healing and occlusion, dramatic, really wonderful product. Note, because it has no flavor, it won't taste like a regular toothpaste. It won't be as frothy and sudsy as a regular toothpaste. Historically, if you had perioral issues, the only option was baking soda. I can assure you this is far more pleasant an experience than baking soda. But you're not going to get that big, bouncy, minty, major frothy experience from this toothpaste. But the effects on the skin, really, really, really worth it. And we have the Essence Skin Saving Antiperspirant. This is really a wonderful product. It is so drying that when you use it after spritzing, we recommend that people just do a quick, what would I call that? Just do a quick sort of scratch here to remove some of the excess liquid from the nozzle, because it is so drying that if you leave that stuff to dry there, it'll clog up the nozzle. If that happens, basically remove the spray, remove the nozzle, and run it under warm water. Let it dry completely so you don't risk microbial contamination, and then continue to use it. I will tell you, it's sometimes even that doesn't work. When I've been using it, for example, in the winter, the drying just happens sometimes, and then in those cases, I've had to pour out a little bit and apply it that way without the spray, which is a less than perfect experience, and I apologize for that, but we decided to really prioritize the function of the product over the dispensing of the product, and it's a less than perfect experience, and I apologize, but I promise if you're a user, you already know it is one of our all-time favorite products for a reason. It's very, very effective, even sometimes for people with hyperhidrosis, which is excessive sweating, and bromhidrosis. And here's an interesting note. It's not a deodorant. This is an antiperspirant. Deodorants tend to contain fragrance or masking fragrance because the point is to mask an odor. The thing is, we have a natural microbiome happening there, as we do all over our bodies, all over our skins, everywhere in our bodies. And that natural microbiome, some of the natural bacteria there is part of what causes that smell that we have. What's interesting is that sometimes it's the scent of a deodorant reacting with that bacteria that can worsen the smell or cause a smell. This is a scentless product. It has no masking fragrance, no fragrance, no scent, and is extremely effective at both keeping the area dry and reducing odor. If you have excessive sweating, hyperhidrosis, and it's really, really bad, another thing you can do is ask your dermatologist about getting Botox injections in the area, which stops sweat for several months at a time. And if you're concerned about the idea of stopping sweat, you have follicles and pores all over your body, so we do excrete sweat naturally, amply, all over. And if you're concerned about the link of antiperspirants, aluminum chlorhydrate, and cancer, the American Cancer Society has very consistently said there is no proven link. There was one study that implied an increase in estrogen from people who used antiperspirants. It was one study. It wasn't clear where the estrogen rise came from. FDA in many countries stating that there currently is no proven risk between antiperspirant use and cancer. Another tip that this is really, really good for is to use not just on your underarms, but also on the palms of the hands and the soles of the feet as a foot powder to prevent sweating, to prevent fungal growth, etc. And I use it on my chest and on my back because I tend to be prone to Malassezia folliculitis, which is really triggered by and worsened by a lot of sweat. I tend to sweat a lot when I'm working out, so I will apply that before I apply Monolorin gel. Then we have the Essence Hand and Body Smoother, which is a wonderful everyday all over lotion. It's even good for skin with atopic dermatitis, very sensitive skin. It's not comedogenic, and it's a wonderful base. We have a video about eczema, atopic dermatitis, where we talk about the concept of layering, and something like this is wonderful to go under or over virgin coconut oil for extra occlusion, extra hydration, extra barrier repair. Again, fragrance-free, packed with virgin coconut oil and monolaurin. It's really a wonderful, very safe all-over moisturizer for everyday use. Since we're talking about prevention, a very quick segue into things like makeup. This is my breast powder, which is totally, needs replacement very soon. Don't forget your makeup. Do look for common culprits like fragrance, masking fragrance, dyes, comedogenic ingredients. Remember that a comedone is formed by comedogenic ingredients basically clogging the pore. But for acne to happen, you need inflammation, possibly infection, and that can be caused by allergens too. So you want to look out for those. Parabens are allergens as well, and other preservatives can be allergens as well. For hyperpigmentation, in addition to your daily hair body bath care and the makeup that you're choosing, a daily sun and light screen that protects against both outdoor and indoor light, that is also absent allergens and photoallergens, is also non-comedogenic, is a really good idea. Used both indoors, outdoors, every single day. That is the skinny on our really, really most basic preventive products to make sure that you practice prevention like a pro, from head to toe, from your most basic care up until your active ingredients. And for those, we have several regimens that you can look at with active ingredients to address specific skin concerns. But again, no matter how wonderful your active ingredient, your dermatologist, your procedures are, the skin problem you're concerned about can recur, is likely to recur if you keep using things that cause the problem. And so you should really be looking from head to toe at your most basic care. And for those that have very stubborn skin conditions, we always recommend get a patch test, because you might actually be allergic to things like purple dye in cloth, or the elastics in cloth, or the rubber in your gadget case, for example. So definitely worth taking a look at a patch test. You can DM us or PM us if you're interested in a patch test, or if you're in the United States, look at contactderm.org to search for a patch testing doctor in your area. I hope this was helpful. Please ask us any questions, and definitely we're more than happy to answer. You can drop us a line at vmvhypoallergenics.com, vmvhypoallergenics.ph. We have a wonderful blog with so much information, vmvinskin.com. We've got loads of videos now on our YouTube channel. Certainly follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Definitely let us know in the comments if you found this helpful, and if you have any suggestions, or if you have any ideas, anything else that you'd like us to cover and get into more detail about. Thank you very much for being with me again today, and until next time, bye.